Guys, fantastic news. I'm just about to start editing. And I've got crisps. I've got a coffee. Down to business. So what I'm going to do today is go through my wedding editing process. Now what I want to try and do as well is I want to try and keep, basically I want to run the clock against my editing so I can really find out how cost effective my time is. Because of the price of my weddings, I want to work out how many hours actually go into the actual wedding. Now I want to also, so straight away, okay, let's add it up. I had sort of an hour and a half wedding meeting on, 2 months prior to the wedding with the couple. I had, and obviously my fuel to get there, let's just say that's an hour travelling, so that's 2.5 hours. There was the, let's say 12 hours on the wedding day, so that's 14.5 hours. I want to see if I can spend 24 hours on this wedding. So that will leave me with 10 hours to edit a wedding. So that gives me, why don't we see if we can do it in a 4-hour and a 6-hour session. So 4 hours from now will be 8:30. So what I'm going to do now, first of all, is I'm going to create a collection. Then I'm going to go through all the photos and just delete. Then I'm going to add my preset that I always add to all my photos, and then I'm going to start culling the photos and keeping the ones I like. Then I should have a really good idea of how many photos are in the actual final collection. Then I'm going to go through each one individually again, and then tweak and edit, and then chop and change if I need to. And by then I should be looking towards the end of the collection. So yeah, let's see if I can do a 4-hour and a 6-hour shift at the computer. No, we'll do what we'll do, a 4, a 3 and a 3. So today will be a 3-hour shift, and I will write this down. It's 4:30, that gives me 3 hours till 7:30. Okay Google, I love okay Google. Start timer for 3 hours. No, that's wrong. Okay Google, set timer for 3 hours. For God's sake. Okay Google, set timer for 3 hours. Good. Let's go in. Right, so let's get cracking. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a screen recording here. So let's just jump to the screen. Right, I'll tell you what, we're going to do this from the beginning. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to look for our photos. They're on my hard drive, Sarah and Keelan, 2010 files. So let's select all of them. Then we're going to create a collection. I'm going to do a new one. So I'm going to call Sarah and Keelan full set. The name's already in use. Full set because I'm redoing it. Right. So now we are going to head over to the collection. So for those of you that don't know, I'm in Lightroom CC currently, and that is all I ever work in apart from Photoshop CC occasionally. So the first thing I'm going to do in the collection, I've already at the bottom here, I'm in the library module, is I'm going to do file type. Now not everyone obviously makes videos, but because I vlog, I do. So I've just selected the first one, the 29-second one. Keep my button on shift and press the end one, and that selects those. So that's, what's that, 12 selected. Then we are going to just remove from collection by pressing the delete button, and they should go. There we go, they've gone. So that's gone down to 1998. Right, okay, so now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to press Control, and we're going to add my preset. Now I've called my preset something like Cool Tone Curve Matte No Greens. So that's the title of. By the way, this photo you're looking at now is looks to be post Jaeger bomb. I'm going to go to develop, use my preset, and then the preset is done. Then we've got to press sync. I forgot about that. So sync, synchronize, and you'll notice that everything has this little plus minus thing on every photo. So that's how you know that every photograph has been synced. And as I can see in the top left hand corner, this could take a little while. break because my concentration's starting to go a little bit. So I'm about a quarter of the way through my first cull. Now some of you might say, well, why don't you just edit as you go? Wouldn't that be better? Yeah, probably would. But you know, you just got a way of working and it just suits you, so that's just the way you like to do it. Because I just think if I go through it all now, part of me might wanting to just be getting through it, so I might make some mistakes. And sometimes when you have a fresh pair of eyes on it, well, it's still your eyes, but you know what I'm saying, if you look at it tomorrow or the day after, you might feel slightly different about a different picture. So I'm going to go make a quick brew and then we're going to carry on. Right, let's go and see what her ladyship is up to. Here she is, I can see her smiling at me. She run away because she knows I'm filming. Hello, Ricky on the vlog, everybody! What are you doing? Tell everyone what you're doing.
I just finished putting fabric on my candles.
People might not know that you are a candle maker. Look at these amazing candles that my beautiful girlfriend makes.
Such a good timing, actually.
Yeah, this was not rehearsed.
It really wasn't.
How cool do they look? They look really good, babe. Like, I'm not even just saying that. That looks awesome.
Really?
Can I have a smell of summer rose, please?
Yeah.
That is incredible.
Do you like that?
That smells like I'm out in the garden and it's just rained.
It's really nice.
Yeah, yeah, that smells so fresh. Do you want a brew? I'm going to make a coffee. Marks and Spencer's salt and black pepper combo mix. I call them pasta crisps. They look like this.
So good.
Different level.
Apparently, as a Libra, you are charming.
Yeah.
Diplomatic.
Correct.
Intelligent.
I am intelligent.
Sociable. Yeah. Sentimental.
If you take the senti out of it.
Mental.
Mental.
Flirty.
Flirty.
Flirty is David Brent.
No, I'm not. I don't know if I like it or hate it when we're both busy. Like, it's good because we're busy, but bad because we're busy. Right, see you in a bit. Bye. Bye. Got my brew, ready to go again. I like this because I'll actually have a time limit. I'll feel like I've got an end goal, a bit of a deadline, and it'll maybe make my editing process a little bit more structured rather than I find myself staying up till like 2:30 in the morning sometimes getting this done. Are we sharing these?
No. Just give me a bowl.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing me crisps. I need some tunes to edit to. What shall I go with?
Spice Girls.
No, I think in memory of Chester Bennington, I might go with Linkin Park. Beneath my skin. I shoot the blast, it's moving really fast. Gotta get this nigga talking when he'll kick you in the ass. Look at this. Look at this huge crane.
Oh. I see what you mean.
And I thought, why didn't I just turn around and stand there? Look at that massive crane. Now don't get me wrong, I did see that. Of course I saw that. It's hard to not see that. And my attitude was, I'll just remove it in Photoshop. But thinking back, why didn't I just get them to turn around 180 degrees and I could have stood over there by this hedge? That would have just completely solved my problem. But I didn't think. So that's really annoying. So I'm not thinking like a proper wedding photographer. These sorts of problems are the problems that you encounter all the time at weddings. And it's up to you to make the right decision, which ultimately saves you time afterwards. Because the bride and groom don't really know which shot will work and which one won't. They probably have forgotten that we even took this shot. If I'd have spun them round and taken the picture from the other way, they probably wouldn't have cared, as long as it looked nice. I feel like you have to make the mistakes to improve and to make sure you don't do it next time. Bit annoying because it was in my vlog when I was walking around before any action had taken place, you know, as soon as I arrived I had to walk around the grounds. And I remember thinking, when I watched it, why didn't I just tell them to turn around? But anyway, it's done now, so there's no point getting downhearted about it, but for next time, I've learned my lesson. I have got 24 minutes left. I've reached the end of my cull, my first primary cull, and I've got 692 photos, which I still think, which is good, considering I had 2,000, so that's 1,300 deleted. But I still want to get that down to about 550, so I've got another 150 to get rid of. So I'm going to have another look through them, but I don't know whether to just add another half an hour on tomorrow, so I'll do 3.5 hours tomorrow. I think I will, so that's like a solid block done. So I've made some good inroads. I'm going to have some dinner and just chill, because sometimes you feel like you're at the computer for bloody ages. This is my 100th video. I have made 100 videos. I can't believe that. Most of them have been about food, admittedly, but I've got to go before the battery goes. Thanks for watching. I love you all, even if you've watched 1 or 100 of them. Love you all the same. Do you want to say something? Well said. Right, we're going to eat food and watch a film. Thank you.